Okay, so we're going to continue, and now in this video, we're going to add the orbits. And to do that, so the first thing we need to do is create the orbits. So go to Create, there's Primitives, Circle, and here we are right here. So we're going to do the same thing. We have 9 planets, so we need 9 copies, Control D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Perfect. Then we are going to resize these. First, we're going to rename each one to coincide with the each planet. So, right, Mercury. So just double click to rename Venus. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of these. Okay. Let's backtrack a little. So I renamed them orbit. So Mercury space orbit. And if you notice that Maya automatically puts a underscore in between. So make sure you do that. And then now we are going to scale. And let's scale this. And I will put up these scales for all of these orbits. So 104, 154. There we go. So we have to go past 100 because the sun is 100. So Venus orbit, let's see, 107, 767. There we go. And then we'll get into, I'll go ahead and show the rest of the orbits. Pause to complete the rest of these. So here is the planetary orbit scale. All right, so we're going to change our view real quick, just so you can see the magnitude of this scale. It's huge. So this is what we're dealing with. Now we're going to start to animate this. And so switch your over here from modeling to animation. And for that, let's go back to this perspective mode. So we're not going to, it's a little difficult to select with, objects and these paths, these orbit paths, from the model. I mean, could we do it? Yeah, but it's easier to just do it from here. And, we can select the planet over here as well. So Mercury's orbit. So this is where we want, this outliner is where we kind of want to do our selection. We also need to, not only do we have to switch to animation here, but we got to switch to animation over here in our workspace. So let's change that to animation. There we go. And now we're going to change this from 24 to, let's say, 24 frames per second to, let's change it to 20,000. Okay, right here, change these to 20,000. And then these over here, change to 0. This one as well. Change to 0, change these two to 20,000. And then we'll start our, so now we're going to select Earth. Let's just start with Earth. And then hold Control and select Earth's orbit. These are both selected. Double checking that this is an animation setting. And then we are going to do the animation. And so let's get into that. So we're going to go up here to Constrain, go down to Motion Path, and then Attach to Motion Path. And this box pops up. And so we're going to change, we're going to go over some of the settings. default of the settings is time slider. We want start to end. And so the start time is going to be 0, and the end time is going to be 100. And then hit attach. Attach. Apply. That's how the Earth is gone. It's now behind the sun. It's no longer lined up with the rest of the planets. It's right here, and it's attached to the orbit. There it is. Okay, so now that that is um, done, you go ahead and hit play, and you can see that the Earth is moving. Okay, so if you don't have this right here, you can go to Windows and go to Animator Editors, Graph Editor, and then first thing we're going to do is change this. Let's do that. Typically it's done on this tangent, but we want to make sure it's straight, so we'll do a marquee select, make sure all this is selected, and make sure it's on a linear tangent. Click on that, and what we're going to do is we're going to put this in a loop, like an infinite loop. All right, so next we're going to do is, so that will only do one revolution. So we're trying to do infinity. So we're going to go right here to curves, post infinity, cycle. And now we're all set for this to um, rotate around the sun infinite amount of times. We're obviously not going to wait for that, but we can speed that up. And you can see it starts over again, over and over again. So make sure you have every single line selected. These lines. All of them. And then once you do that, once you get to the linear tangent, go to post infinity cycle and make sure all of these are selected as well. And then when you do that, if you want to speed up the frames, speed up the playback speed, go right here, change this from to 5,000 and then hit save. Not only that, but this is set to play once, and so when you only play it once, it'll stop. But if you change this to here, just left click on it, and this is reversed, but this is an infinite loop. And there you go. And now you have a planet on its path. And so go ahead and do the rest. And I will give you the planet pathways. Now we'll do the same. We'll just do a recap for Mercury. So select Mercury over here, and then hold Control, select Mercury right there, and then we are going to unconstrain motion paths. Click right here, add motion path, and the start time is at 0. The end time is at 24. Attach. Now that that is attached, select all these right here and make it linear, curve, post infinity, cycle, and now let's check this out. Yeah, probably went a little too hard on this. Let's just do 3,000. Save. Yeah, that's still pretty wild. Let's just go 1,000. Oops, not 1. There we go. Save. Still a little wild, but that's all right. You can clearly see how fast Mercury goes around. Let's try 100. Save. Yeah. Yep, still going fast. Okay, and then Venus. We'll do the same to Venus. So select Venus here, select Venus orbit, hold Control, and then go to Chain, Motion Path, Attach Motion Path, and the end time is going to be 62. Attach, close, and then select all of these right here. Make sure it's linear, curves, post infinity, cycle. Done. All right, so now we have all of those. Let's change this back to $1,000. Let's save that. And let's zoom in and see where everyone's at. Expect 0. Yep. So now they're all rotating really, really fast. All right, I'm going to go ahead and post the rest of the frame rates. We already did Earth. I just need to do Mars and the rest. So here are the planetary frame rates. Go ahead and pause and do the rest. Don't forget when you're doing Saturn to select the Taurus because that is part of Saturn. Go ahead and do the rest. All right, when it's all said and done, it should look like this. The smaller planets will spin faster, and there's Pluto. Look at the other orbits. Yeah, they're going super fast. This is just to show you that they are working, and that's why I bump it up so high. But yeah, Pluto should be going super, super slow. Let's change speed to save, and there you have it. That's how slow they should be going. Here's Earth's orbit right here. Highlight it. And there you go. Now we're going to get into the moon. And a lot of planets have many moons, but we're only going to worry about Earth. So let's pause this. Let's click on Earth. Hit the letter F. Oh, sorry, Earth. There we go. And so now we're going to make a moon to orbit around Earth. So first we're going to do is create NURBS primitives, circle, and we'll leave it like that. Create Nerd circle. All right, we need to move this circle. It's inside the sun, so let's move it. W. There we go. And let's move it to Earth. And where is Earth? There it is. So go ahead and move this circle. Closer to Earth. And let's see. Let's get a top view. Earth. Okay. Q R no W. There we go. So now we need to scale the moon. Let's go ahead and. All right, so we're going to scale this up. Let's see. 0.35. Oops. Should have been 1.35. There we go. That looks good. That's fine for this example. Let's change the views to. Okay. Change the views to perspective. Define Earth. There we go. Oh, that's way down there. Let's change that. Let's move that to where Earth is. Um, Probably do a top-down view. Yeah. And now let's do a side view. And let's do the top-down view. There we go. All right. Perfect. Let's double check this perspective. That's good. I think it could go a little bit higher. So let's move that. There we go. Let's check the perspective. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. So we'll do it there. We should name this, double click into here, moon orbit, space, orbit. There we go. And now we need to do create polygon primitives, sphere, and let's call this moon. Enter. And now we have to attach these two together. Strain, motion paths, attach motion paths. This is not going to be as quick. Let me, all right, we'll set this to 30, just for now. Hit attach, and notice that it is, oops, there we go. It looks like Saturn. So we got to change this. So let's go ahead and change this. Right click and assign new material, Lambert, and go to go to the very end, Lambert 12, that's where it's at, and then we are going to add the texture to it. Resize this, color, file, click on the file, and let's do moon, open, and we'll go to here. Nope, not there. Where to go? There we go. File two. We need to find the bump. Get back on number 12, right here, bump mapping. Oh, make sure you go back to that website and download the moon map. And then right here, bump map, also the bump map. And where's my bump map? Where's my moon bump? There we go. Open. All right. And we're all set for that. Now select the moon. We're going to scale this down to 0.2. That's decent size. Probably move this up a little bit. I think I moved it on accident. There you go. And then now we'll get the moon orbit, hold control, constrain, and motion paths. And we'll give it 30 is fine. Just attach it like that. And go from there. Let's do that again. All right. Constrain, motion path, attach, close. All right, so now what we need to do is we need to parent this moon. So click and hold the mouse wheel and drag to Earth. And now the moon is attached to Earth. So it'll move around the Earth as well as go around the solar system. So let's slow this down. Oh, it's normal rate. Let's do half rate. Let's check out this Earth's orbit. to custom. Other, that's just 3.1. Oh, I didn't like that. It crashed. All right. And then we're going to get into other things.